Hello, I'm looking forward to seeing you all again face to face, but I'm afraid we're not ready to announce a date on that yet. The state of California has not opened up large group meetings yet, but at the same time, we are so positively anxious to see you again that we're working on our plans now and some of the small things that we may need to change in order to create an environment where we can all be together and really once again enjoy worshiping together and being together again. So we're, as I say, working on these things now, and we look forward to gathering some feedback and thoughts from the rest of you in the coming weeks. I would like to share a moment with you here that happened to me last week. It was nearly part of the week, and I had just received an article from an associate at work, and it was on, the 10 things that will never be the same, something like that, as a result of COVID-19. And it was really one of those articles that was written as a worst case scenario, as it explored these, 10 different areas in the workplace and frankly in society in general that would never be the same again. And this article had assumed, that people would be on lockdown for years, it seemed, as you read through the article, the assumptions made. And it's funny because when I got down to the end of the article and I looked up the author, I realized that the author had no particular qualifications to write the article, other than that they knew how to write. And then I went back and I looked and I noticed that there were no actual facts or statistics in the article. It was really an anxiety-producing piece. And I bring this up to you not just because I read it and I noticed it, but because I didn't really connect what I had read with how I was feeling. Because for the next day, I just had this general feeling of, anxiety. I wasn't comfortable. I kept thinking, oh, gee, what's going to go wrong? It was kind of my mindset. And it wasn't good for me. And so as I went back and I looked at this article again, I realized just how extreme some of its positions were, as well as, frankly, how unlikely most all of it was. And I mentioned this to you not to say, don't worry about anything. That's not my point here today. I'm just saying that there are times where we might be reading something, like this well-meaning associate had sent to me, that increases our anxiety levels over things that may or may not happen that we really can't do anything about. And I guess what I want to say to you is that whenever you come across an article, or maybe it's even something on video or other such, but when you start hearing or reading things like the new normal, or how bad could it get, or something like the end of the world as we know it. When you start reading those things, it starts to build that anxiety in you. I'm going to encourage you to do this one thing. Stop reading or change the channel. And again, this is not because it's not good to be informed, but because often when something is written in that tone, it doesn't have any benefit for us other than to raise our anxiety levels. Norman Vincent Peale, a famous preacher in the mid-20th century, I believe out of New York City, he wrote a very, very popular book called The Power of Positive Thinking. And the core philosophy within that book that he advised people to take on was this: if you want a mind filled with peace, fill your mind with peace. And if you want a mind full of anxiety, fill your mind with anxious thoughts. Pretty good advice. The Apostle Paul wrote some 2,000 years ago in his letter to the church at Philippi and said, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." I encourage you in these coming days and weeks, and frankly for the rest of your life, continue to focus on such good things. May God be with you, bless and keep you.